Malacañang is not putting much attention to clamors that cabinet secretaries who are planning to run for office in the 2016 elections should already resign from their posts. On the other hand, the Commission on Elections says these officials are not obliged to resign. Victor Cosare will tell us why.
After Vice President Jejo Marbinay resigned from his cabinet post, calls for other cabinet officials who are planning to run for an elected post in 2016 have gone out.
What VP Binay did, siguro others would magandang sumunod na rin yung iba out of delicadeza because they may not be aware of it, but they are using government machinery and resources for their own personal gains. No?
But Malacañang stressed that the administration is focused on performing its mandate to serve the public even if the campaign season has already started for other groups. Secretary Coloma also emphasized that for now, no cabinet secretary has declared to run for office in 2016. Those who have plans are advised to conduct themselves in a manner that would not be misconstrued as politicking. Conversely, the Commission on Elections said that even if an appointed official does not resign, he is deemed resigned once he submits his Certificate of Candidacy or COC. This is not the case, however, with elected officials because they are not deemed resigned even if they run for other positions. This means they could still go back to their previous post if they lose in the elections. Comelec stated as an example the case of a senator who may run for higher post, but when he fails to win the position, he could go back and finish his term being a senator.
So if you had an elected official who also held an appointed position or a designation of some sort, then you can imagine that if someone files a certificate of candidacy, then that would trigger losing the appointed position, but he would retain the elected position. A simple declaration that I intend to run for office is not tantamount to a certificate of candidacy being filed.
The filing of certificates of candidacy is in October. Comelec, however, refused to comment if it is morally right or not for appointed officials who are eyeing elective positions to quit their post early.
Since this is the rule as it stands, parang off din to pass judgment on it, no? Because again, whether or not you agree with that rule, it's what the rule is.
Meanwhile, today is the start of the two-day ASEAN workshop on election observations, which is attended by delegates from different ASEAN member states. This is the first time such an event happened in the region, and the Philippines is the first country to host it. Comelec values the importance of the meeting now that the Commission is preparing for the 2016 polls.
I think it's a good opportunity for us to look at and adapt best practices that can be adopted, okay, in the home country.
The poll body expects that there will be plenty of foreign observers who will be arriving for next year's elections. Victor Cosare reporting for Y News.